Rated M for mature.
And here we go. Here we go. What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from Vienna Circle. Welcome to episode 41 of the Double XP podcast. And it's just a panel today. I just got my people with me, no guests, because this is the beginning of 2018, and we are going back to our roots, except for Dallas and his black self. We're going back to the roots. It's just a panel. Back to our roots. Bang, bang. Listen, Dallas been throwing shots low key all into 2017.
You're going to take that, Dallas. You're going to take that like that. I don't believe that.
We still got some time.
Listen, he get it because he dark. Nick get it because he light. I'm like perfectly light brown in the middle.
Perfectly?
So
really? Perfect.
Perfectly brown. Perfectly brown, like a paper sack. Like the old paper sacks in your grocery store, yeah.
You're a sack of rats, sack of shit.
I hate you, bro.
Wait, nougat in the
I hate you, bro. But like I said, it is 2018. Thank you guys for rocking with the Double XP podcast. If you're watching live, thank you. Ain't nobody watching live right now, but if you're gonna be watching, thank you. If you're watching on the Tick Network channel, TICGN.com, podcast, Podbean, thank you guys so much for rocking with us. We're gonna start with the introductions. We're gonna start with my light-skinned brother from somebody else's mother, Mr. Nicodemus X.
What is going on? This is Nicodemus, the king of indies himself, and it's 2018, and I'm lighter and brighter than ever, and I'm ready to get this thing going. Let's go.
Hashtag New Year's, same Nick.
Basically.
Next up, we got my right hand. One man, Miss 2V1 herself.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Happy New Year to my gaming family. And I just think Fame 2018 and Nicodemus and Crunk, y'all tell me what y'all think. You two, Dallas. But we need some new intros because that light skin, my right hand woman and light skin.
Light skin friend like
brother,
Michael Jackson.
From another mother. Yeah, that's so 2017.
Sound like some hate going on in here.
No, you know I always say that.
I like my intro though. I like mine.
Well, I don't like it.
Next, I'm gonna say, "What up, y'all? This is Fame." All right, let's get to the first topic. Next topic.
Nah, man, don't skip me, bro. I'm not complaining.
Yo, next up, Crunk Girl. What's happening?
I like Crunks.
Yo, what's going on? Y'all already know what it is. Favorite gamer girl, Crunker 711. Back like I never left. It's 2018, man. Let's get started right.
Last but not least, we got T Chilla cousin, Dallas.
Damn.
Oh, what?
Wait, why don't I know who that is? I feel like
don't either.
Funny on some level.
I know.
T'Challa. T'Challa is what you meant.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is either.
Okay, yeah, let's Google our insults first before we just get out here live like that. But what's happening, man? Shit, I ain't even got a whole lot to say. I'm taking a bow right now. If you can see it.
Taking a bow.
A bow?
Sometimes that's necessary. A bow. B-O-W.
A bow.
I thought you were taking a bath. I'm gonna say, well, congratulations.
Say taking a bath.
Congratulations.
Maybe he'll lose some layers of that darkness on him.
Oh, what's up? But wait a minute now. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Nah, that shit bitter.
Keep doing your nails.
Man, it's the black of the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Same thing.
Nobody finished the line. Come on now.
The black of the berry, the sweeter the juice. Oh, I forgot it. My bad.
Oh my god.
So we got light skin versus dark skin going on up in here.
That's been going on for ages though. This ain't nothing new.
So before we get started, let's let you guys know, if you go to the description down below, we are giving away a physical copy of Sea of Thieves, also the limited edition Sea of Thieves controller. This is a combined giveaway from the Double XP podcast and the Multiverse show. We're going to start off with the topics. There was a guy, a YouTuber, a fellow Texan, the Dreamcast guy, who apparently has an inside source at Microsoft, and also have a cousin who lives in Wakanda. He has an inside source to Microsoft that says that Microsoft will be releasing a Xbox in 2019 because they are so scared of the PS5.
2019?
Yeah. So let's go around the panel and think. What do you guys think about the Dreamcast guys? Inside source of Microsoft that says they will be releasing the next Xbox in 2019 because they are so fearful of the PlayStation 5. Let's start with you, Nick.
Who's his source though?
It's his guy, his friend that works inside of Microsoft.
Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, a very very thin limb that's about to fall off the tree. I'm gonna go on this thin limb here and say that he's full of shit because I can't see Microsoft being scared of the PS5 like that. I think that Microsoft is kind of like staying in their own lane right now. I think they've kind of been doing that for a while now. So I don't think they're really going to be reactive off of what Sony is doing. I think Microsoft is in a position to where they know they're not winning the quote unquote console war as far as sales of consoles, number of games sold, and all that stuff. I think Microsoft is staying in their lane, doing what they feel is best for Microsoft at this time and the Xbox division. And I can't see them actually being reactive like that. I mean, honestly, they haven't been reactive like that the whole generation. If they did, they would be putting out better games. Let's be honest. So, I mean, they're kind of just doing their own thing. So I think they're going to continue to do that. And this is a big time YouTuber, you said?
He got almost like 100K. He got like 80, 90K.
What is this fool's name?
The Dreamcast guy.
See,
he actually lives out here. He lives out in Arlington, somewhere out here, Nick. He's been on Islands before. Like I used to follow him on Twitter.
Okay, we need to meet this man. Arlington is like 20 minutes away. We need to meet this man in person and talk to him.
Before I get to the next panel, man, I want to say it's no secret that Microsoft is working on another console. I think everyone with the half a brain knows that once they finish with a console, they've already started preparation for the next one. We know they're in the planning stages at minimum with the next console, but to say that it's coming out for sure 2019 is completely asinine. But I want to talk about the next Mama Cita. What do you think, love?
Ooh, I mean, 2019 is kind of hard to believe. You know, me and these rumors, I don't really listen too much to rumors. But if you're asking me if I think this is true, then I would say at this point, no. I mean, I don't see any evidence that they will be releasing. And when you say another console, we're talking about a next generation, or we're talking about another upgrade.
The Xbox 2 is what he kept saying. Yeah, I doubt it's called that. No. The next Xbox.
The next generation, yeah.
No, I just don't believe that. If they had not released the One X, that would seem feasible.
Yes.
But because of the One X, then no. I mean, that would be 6 years from the OG Xbox, but with the release of the One X, no. I have to say thumbs down on that one.
Dallas, what you think, man? New Xbox dropping in 2019?
I think if it is true, then they doing it for all the wrong reasons. They better get like Nintendo and just do their thing and not worry about what everybody else got going on. Obviously, it worked for them.
For Nintendo, yeah. I mean, and he even referenced, you know, well, they kind of jumped, you know, the 360. It came out a year ahead of PS3 and blah 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 blah. But I'm gonna keep going. Crunk Girl, what are your thoughts on this?
Man, I don't believe that. They are full of shit.
There you go, Crunk. There you go.
I don't think Sony or Microsoft is dropping anything new until maybe 2020, 2021. I don't think nothing is coming in next year.
At the earliest.
Yeah, it's way too early. Way too early. Because usually, like, other than last generation, most gens are like, what, 5 years at the most?
Mm-hmm.
But because they didn't do a traditional, like, slim, I'm thinking that they're like, we're going to go a little bit past 5 years. Like Mama Cita said, like, if it wouldn't have been for the X or the Pro, I would have been like, yeah, maybe. But nah, since the X and the Pro came out, they gonna squeeze these mofos until like
You ain't
2020.
lying. You ain't lying. There's money involved here. Like these people think you can just drop consoles like Mexicans drop babies. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Whoa.
I know I gotta edit that out.
There's money involved here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
I didn't say anything racist. What you talking about?
Bro, that was racist.
Uh-oh.
I didn't
We're
say,
gonna get censored on YouTube.
I didn't say anything racist,
Hey, but
bro. That's a fact.
All my Hispanic friends just bust out laughing just now, though.
because it's a weird fact, though. I mean, it is true.
Hey,
true.
the thoughts expressed by
Thank you.
Nicodemus and Crunk Girl does not directly reflect the thoughts of WP Podcast and Network Network.
So I know a couple of other races, a whole lot of races, all inclusive that drop them babies.
Nah, but like there's so much money in these
Have to
right
clean
now.
up his crap.
And these aren't regular slim version models of consoles like they did last gen to squeeze out more. So I don't believe that.
Now I can see them possibly teasing a console and then show it at E3 2020. And then release it holiday 2020.
That's
that makes more sense.
2021 at their like.
And I can definitely see both consoles trying to drop in 2020. Honestly,
because we do not need another console anytime soon.
No, we do not. We don't.
Well, you know
I'm
what?
so sick of these consoles right now.
You know what though? I don't know, because I think we got out of the cycle of having consoles every 5 to 6 years, so it feels weird because last gen was like a anomaly.
It went on way too long.
Yeah, it went on way too long, so we're used to it. Us having a console for like what? How long? They were 10 years. Almost.
Yeah, it was about 8.
No, not 10.
It was like 7 or 8 before the next.
Yeah, see, we're used to having a 7 or 8 years, and I would say maybe 2020 is the earliest. Even though we that last generation was an anomaly and it shouldn't have went that long, but
you got to give the developers, time to utilize the system and the hardware, the current hardware. I'm like, even 2020. I mean, I don't know, that may or may not be too soon, but I'm like, with the Pro and with the X, the developers haven't even maxed out either one of those consoles. True power, for the lack of another term, this true power stuff, but they haven't. I mean, even with last year, you guys know the 360 and the PS3, as the generation went on further, and developers were able to, with their dev kits and engines, able to utilize that software. I mean, we have consoles, the Pro and the X, that was released after a lot of these developers, these engines were already made. So now, going forward, I want to see what everyone can do with the systems, going forward. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for PS5 or Xbox One X2 in the next 2 years.
See, I think Crunk hit it on the head. We're talking about these mid-gen refreshes. If it wasn't for these, because these consoles, the original console came out 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for these mid-gen refreshes, 2019 is actually right on time.
It is. If it was normal, you get what I'm saying? We've gotten out of normalcy because, well, not us, but most of the people who are playing PS4s and Xbox Ones right now started last generation. So they think that's normal for us to have an 8-year cycle, which it isn't.
Yeah, it's not.
But could the PS4, could the Pro and the X, could they have been a next-gen console on their own right?
In my opinion, with how much we're not getting, how much they weren't doing a solid 30 frames per second most of the time, and how the need for 60 frames per second is through the roof, I can't call these. I couldn't have called these new consoles. I mean, the CPUs of them are exactly the same, so we're still getting the same nonsense frame rates. And I'm sorry, 4K is pretty. I have 4K televisions. I have an Xbox One X. 4K is pretty, but there's nothing like a buttery smooth gameplay.
There's nothing like a 60 frame per second game.
How many games have actually been built for the X? I can't speak for the Pro, but how many games have actually been built for the X that we played? Not one. No. Well, I don't know. I can't say that.
Because Forza 7
I can't
was
say
a
maybe
showcase.
Forza 7. But was it actually built? Was this engine actually built for the X though, or was it still ported from
Most
the
engines
one to
aren't
the?
built for certain consoles though. Some of these engines have been around for a long time.
That's the point I'm making. These engines have been around, so it's not like these engines came after these consoles were out. These engines existed, and then we had new generation. We had refreshes. That's the point I was making. That the devs aren't even able to max out the capabilities of the Pro and the X because of the engines that they have on the market now, or that they're using.
But I mean, most of the developers and stuff like that, in my opinion, they can't even do 1080p 60. Talking about 4K 30 and all this other bull jive. I would just, in my opinion, I've been saying this for the longest.
This girl said bull jive. Where you from?
I'm glad she did.
Where is she from?
I don't even own a Pro, but I've been saying this for the longest. I would wish that they would try to make every game 1080p 60. I could deal with 1080p 60 instead of 4K 30.
They should have marketed both the Pro and the Xbox One X should have been 1080p 60 frames per second consoles. And then after you get that, if you have any juice left, you can focus on graphic fidelity or whatever the case may be.
Here's the problem with that though. The casual market doesn't care about frames per second like that.
And you know what's crazy?
They care about the resolution.
Said that, and everybody said he was crazy and he don't care about frames. Because that's absolutely true, Nick. What you said is absolutely true. But I said what's crazy. Phil Spencer said this in an interview 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, and everyone killed him saying that he doesn't care about frames. But he doesn't have any. Nick said the casual gamer, which is the majority.
He's talking about the market, the people that spend money on this shit.
Exactly. The casual gamer is the majority. They do not care about frames per second.
No,
I wouldn't say that because if you play Call of Duty, you care about frames because everybody.
But that's a certain because
every Call of Duty is 60. They don't. Yes. If you ask the 16-year-old kid who's sitting at home playing Call of Duty, man, what do you think about them 60 frames? What? Because Call of Duty has always been 60 frames, so they don't know. They don't know nothing else.
Running 30, they would know the difference.
They would know the difference.
They would still play
because they become accustomed to it. They become accustomed to it, but they don't really know the details and the technicalities behind it. You know what I'm saying?
But they're catching hell when their games aren't running right though.
From the minority. The majority is the casuals. Yeah. The casuals ain't on Twitter complaining. They're not on Facebook complaining. They just playing their games.
Yeah,
it's the minority, but we're crazy minority. We're the loudest, so they hear us the most because the majority ain't complaining.
The majority ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, you know about that. I've always said shit. I didn't care, man. If the game is fun, it's just fun. It's all about art style, in my opinion. It's not graphics. That's why I don't have a Pro. I tell people that off top. I don't got no Pro. You want to know why? Because when I saw Horizon running on my regular PS4, I was content with what I had.
If the next gen isn't having 60 standard, it's a L.
Yeah, and the developers have been complaining, oh, we need better this and we need better that. And when we give them that, they still aren't hitting what we need them to hit. Then I'm looking at these developers sideways.
Do y'all remember when Digital Foundry, when they released that? I believe it was that initial 1X video. One of the things that they pointed out, and Crunk touched on it, and I'll just say it again, that the engines that are out a lot of them don't even have the capability to run a number of these games at 60 frames. So how are they even going to utilize the capability of the Pro or the X if the engines can't even run it? They weren't even built to run 60 frames per second. So it's almost like we're asking them to build bricks with no straw.
Not really, Mama Cedar, because
they run at 60.
I remember when Mark Cerny and all them was talking. And they went to the developers before they even built the PS4 and asked them what did they want. And they told them what they wanted, and that's what they made. So my thing is,
I'm talking about the engines, the game engines.
No, that's what I'm saying, Mama Cedar. Like, if you know your engines and how they run, you should tell the people who are asking you about certain what they're doing with their console. What do you need from me so everything that you're telling me can work?
And in some cases, all you
I don't
need
know
is a
if you're
little extra time and money.
No,
And
I get what-
I
that's
don't
not
think you're
always
understanding what
something.
I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying. You're basically saying that all of the
And actually, I didn't say it. Digital Foundry said it.
No,
I'm
saying
was
your
repeating what they said. That no, it wasn't my point. I was repeating
What-
Digital Foundry. Go to their website. Go to when it was their initial Xbox One X reveal when they got the initial interview. One of what they stated was that a number of the engines don't have the capability to run 60 frames per second because these engines were built prior to the 1X and prior to the Pro.
Exactly.
So they don't even have the capability. That was the point.
So let me ask you a question then.
Ask that question, girl.
So do you think that developers should have started making engines?
Yeah, because the engines are.
If they knew that these consoles were coming, because I know they knew.
Right. The point he was making was that these engines are normally built prior to the new hardware. Not normally. They built the engine, and then the console is built to accommodate the engine. That's how it's normally done. But in this case, it would have been the hardware was built, but then we don't have the engine after that. Is what the point they were making.
Because I know Guerrilla Games with their Decima engine and Naughty Dog with their engine, they just add on.
What's Naughty Dog's engine? What's Naughty Dog's engine name?
I can't think of the name of it, but I know Guerrilla Games engine is Decima because Death Stranding is using that engine.
Of course, you would know that.
I found out Kojima actually helped with Horizon doing their lighting with their engine. I didn't even know that.
Shout out to all the people who gave us a bunch of thumbs down on our thoughts about Death Stranding.
Y'all so mad.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, they're so mad.
Stop it. People are so
ignorant as hell, boy.
Why y'all so mad, bro? Just because I said Death Stranding sucks? Oh man.
We got called a bunch of ghetto.
Yo, everybody has their own opinion. You see, me and Dallas didn't get mad. Why y'all so butthurt?
Because you're not allowed to talk negative about anything Sony. You know this.
Man, bye.
They wasn't even talking to y'all either. They was talking to us. We should have been salty if anybody.
I know, right?
None of them were talking to me
because we were letting y'all have it.
Gosh darn it, man! Get the stand out your vagina and keep it moving.
Ooh,
Lord,
damn. They was a little bit too butthurt.
Yeah, we got called ghetto, all types of stuff, man. They was trying to go in on us.
Hey, can we have
hey, on that point
you'll be all right.
on that point that my made with the engines, in some cases, all you really need is a little extra time and a little extra money, and that's not always something that a publisher is trying to hear. Like, it's not always in their hands.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh boy. So, before we switch, I want to get everybody's really quick opinion. At earliest, when is the next generation console coming out, Nick?
At earliest, the next generation. So this is 2018. Man, I'm gonna say, and these new consoles, these mid-gen dropped in 2017, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the earliest is 2021.
So I'm gonna say technically an 8 year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're gonna give these mid-gen refreshes about 3 years. I may be a year off, but I'm gonna say 2021.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to go with maybe 2021.
2021. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, probably 2020. Just how Sony seems to be laying their games out for some odd reason. I got a feeling it's gonna be like it was last gen, and they're gonna end with The Last of Us and probably 1 or 2 more other games. So 2020 at the longest.
And Dallas
see something at E3. Like
yeah, I'm thinking at least holiday season about 2020.
Okay. Now, before we move on to our other 2 topics that we actually have in the title, I want to go really, really quick around the panel with some rumors that have come out today. Apparently, one of the guys who leaked some things back in 2015, I believe, he talked about a bunch of things that actually happened when it comes to certain games with Microsoft, is once again going on a forum and talking about some games He phrased them as the stuff he wanted, and at the end he said, "Take it how you will." So one of the things he talked about, which apparently Microsoft has already had their pre-E3. I can't think of exactly what they're calling it, but something about their pre-E3 something. I can't think of its actual technical name, so bear with me. And in that, they talked about a bunch of things, and some of the things that apparently were talked about was a perfect dark third-person game, a new Fable game, Forza Horizon 4 being in Tokyo, in Japan, and a new MechAssault game coming. So really quick, anybody have thoughts? You guys buying any of that? Or you guys thinking this guy's just talking? And like I said, he does have a track record of being correct, but some of this stuff I think anyone could have predicted, because this stuff, except for the whole MechAssault and Horizon thing, we've been saying for a while. So anybody got thoughts on this?
Who is this person?
I can't pronounce it. It's like NFT, FKL. I can't really pronounce it. If I did a live show today and I actually put up some screenshots of my show, I accidentally ended it. I ain't gonna lie, so YouTube was tripping. I accidentally hit stop broadcast. I was trying to turn off my screen share. It's been, I actually dropped a link for you guys in the chat. But anybody have any thoughts on these while I pull this up?
Well, I mean, I was talking to Tim Dog on Twitter earlier about this, because he was saying that the guy who was saying this stuff was kind of right before.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that I was looking at, I'm like, we talked about this. This is a maybe. This is a maybe. This could happen. I'm waiting on that Playground Games joint. I want to see what they're working on, because it's something totally different from Forza. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing, because it should be something different.
What I'm hearing about that, by the way, from another guy who was actually, he got his confirmed on recent area. Shinobi them, the mods that can confirm people. This guy actually got confirmed, and from what he was saying, that Playground game is supposed to be exclusive.
Dope. That's what's up.
I mean, it would make sense if it was, considering the history, but with the way things have been lately, it's kind of, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't, but it would make sense that it would be exclusive. And I'm assuming you mean exclusive to Xbox and then possibly PC.
Xbox Windows 10, so I'm hearing it is exclusive. And so really quick, I'm looking at I'm going to get the link for you guys, and one of the mods posted ZHUGEEX. You guys can follow him on Twitter. He said at this point, admins can't verify the post made by KLOBRILLE, and this thread is accurate. However, the user has shared that they post similar information a couple of years ago, and that turned out to be true. That does not mean that we can verify they're telling the truth about the information. In this case, as always, the member takes full responsibility for what they post. I'll defer to posts the user made the topic. So, like I said, he confirmed something. I said this guy has been right before. That's why he's getting credence. But I just want to get you guys' thoughts on these rumors as I drop the link for you guys inside the chat.
So what they're saying, a new Fable, which isn't a big surprise, and then a new Perfect Dark.
In development.
Perfect Dark, that's supposed to be in third person.
Okay, and then in third person. And then a MechAssault.
MechAssault, and then Forza Horizon 4 is supposed to take place in Japan.
I legit go buy Xbox.
What's his name was in Japan.
All I know is if the Fable thing is true, it needs to be a dark Fable game.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Which is what Lionhead originally wanted to make.
It needs to be what fans wanted, I believe. I think a lot of the people that I know that are Xbox people and they like Fable was not digging some of the new stuff they was doing with the Fable, I guess. And they wanted it to be like the old Fable.
Well, as a Fable fan, and I am definitely a Fable fan, and I can speak for a number of my Xbox Fable family. Most of us did enjoy Fable 2. If we felt like Fable 3, although I liked Fable 3, but did feel like Fable 3 kind of deviated. Fable 2 was a little more dark than the first Fable and less dark than 3. But I agree with the darker Fable, a darker tone, a more I think you can still grasp the lore, and someone had made the argument that how are you going to have that setting, that Albion setting, and it be dark because of the history of Fable. But I think they can do it. The right writing team, you can still capture some of that British witty humor can still be in it. But they can balance that off. But yeah, I would like to see a darker Fable, and I would actually like to see the story go even a little further back before the original Fable. Kind of tell me that Jack Black, give me the history of Teresa, give me all of that.
So I want to read to you guys verbatim. If the people who are watching don't want to go and click links, things like that. This is what he wrote. I would love to revisit Abalon. Project name would be Wisdom. A UK studio should do it. That's, of course, Fable. I would love to play around with Miss Dark again. The Coalition should definitely help if it's a third-person game. I mean, not them alone, obviously. It's a perfect dark third-person game. I would also love to play Crackdown 3 campaign and 4-player co-op. I would love playing Forza with the Rising Sun on the horizon. So Forza 4 and Horizon 4 in Japan. I would love to play AOE 4 soon, but it's probably super early. I would love to have a really high player count, connections per session for Xbox biggest franchise. Oh, and I think Phil, and I'm sure Phil likes Mech Assault. I'm sure they have things I have no fucking clue what they mean. I doubt I get anything for Conquer, Banjo, or Crimson Skies in the foreseeable future. Make of that what you want. I don't know what it's just a prototype, etc. I would definitely love for those things happening though. One last correction, because I will close my setup soon. At least 2 different and unknown game IDs with Halo found. And I have an idea what they might be, but this is too vague, so I speculate 2 different Halo games. And this guy has a track record. The last time he posted, I got to find the link. Last time he posted stuff like this, he was right on 99% of what he posted.
I mean, if it's true, I'm happy. Shoot, it's more games for people who like Xbox. There's nothing wrong with that. Bring them on. I mean, but some of the stuff we kind of knew. Like we know Forza Horizon, we know that's coming out.
Yeah, but just the setting we didn't know.
Yeah.
But I think Japan would be dope. Riding around in Tokyo.
Japan makes a whole lot of sense.
The Forza 3 campaign being 4-player co-op. I can get jiggy with that. Perfect Dark, I've been wanting that for a while.
Perfect Dark is that's a game I would want to play. I like.
I've been seeing people talk about how they would have wanted with the whole battle royale thing being so big right now. People talking about they wanted a battle royale Halo game. I think that'd be dope. Just drop a bunch of regular old Spartans out into the field. I think that'd be dope as hell, honestly. But
I heard somebody say like a Destiny style Halo game. Like make a Spartan go out, share it open world.
Whose laundry is done.
So
and did I say Jack Black? I think I made Blackjack. My bad. My Fable light. My bad. This came to me.
So take that, with a grain of salt, and you guys go ahead and have fun with it. So we're going to switch topics. I'm actually going to let Mama Sita take the lead on the next topic. We're talking about an article that came out that put gamers in a light of mental health. So I'm gonna let Ma take over and lead this topic.
Gonna let me take over?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Well, it's like that.
That sound loud, my bad.
I mean, why you got to do all of them antics, really?
My bad. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Mama.
Okay, well, okay.
This.
All right, please do.
Okay.
Please do. We're talking about mental health disorders here now, so bear with me.
Okay.
Okay, so listen, it's no secret that the World Health Organization last week, they announced that they were going to now consider extreme gaming a mental health issue. Now, here's the thing, though, and I know some of my gamers were a little upset and up in the air about hearing that. The key word to that, or the key phrase to that, is extreme gaming. Extreme.
Yes.
So just because you game a lot does not necessarily mean you have a mental health issue. The mental health issue is pretty much if gaming affects, let's say, your life, like your life, and you aren't able to conduct your normal aspects of life because of gaming, or if they consider gaming addiction, if you go through withdrawal symptoms and you get angry if you're not gaming. So that's what they consider a mental health disorder. So with that being said, I think I wanted us to have that discussion for those that feel like gaming, that even with those with that description, that it should not even be considered. Do we feel like it shouldn't be considered a mental health issue? And then do we believe that gaming addiction
not to make
mental health?
Not to make light of something that could be like really serious.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if they can get a check for this, you know, like you can be crazy and get a check. Like,
okay,
I would be a game addict and I can get a check.
Okay, you know what? Do you know what? That is not.
You can tell. You can tell this man is from Dallas.
Yeah, you can.
Bro, I am from Fort Worth.
Whoa! Pause. Hold on.
About being from Dallas, because bro, I'm right along with you.
See, from there too. Can I get a check?
Okay, but let me ask you: do any of you experience withdrawal symptoms if you haven't gamed?
No.
Some particular games will do that to me. Not gaming itself.
All right, so describe like withdrawal symptoms. Like I can, like if there's a really good game that I love, which just happens very rare. I'll think about it like when I'm at work doing other activities and stuff like that. I don't necessarily have withdrawal to where I'm scratching my arm or no shit like that, but I'll think about the game and just want to go home and play because I'm like so into it. Is that considered withdrawal, or like is that?
I would think so. If it's consuming your day and all you want to do, I think if you can't. Let's say you at work.
I can still function.
Can you function? Okay, then no.
Yes, I can definitely still function, but it's in my mind. Like it's like something I'm anticipating getting back to. Is that considered withdrawal?
I would.
Congratulations. That means you like something.
I'm just saying there's a thin line here, you know. It's like, what do you consider withdrawal? Like,
you know what, I would say more as a child or a teenager than now, because you know, like back in the day, like like Grand Theft Auto come out, man, ain't nobody even coming to school that day. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, like, well, it's just certain games I would say. But like as I've grown, I think I like sometimes I don't even cut my game on. Like it just depends.
Yeah, it's
like if they come out, of course I'm gonna be on it like crazy. But
2K, Madden, FIFA, whatever sports game, right?
I'm just
like, I never skipped school or called into work or anything like that over a game or over wanting to play a game. Now I have gotten happy as hell when I realized I was off on a day a game I wanted released, like Horizon. I tripped the fuck out, but I've never it's never really affected my life in that sort of way. I feel like a person with an addictive personality that could easily happen to you, it just hasn't happened to me.
Because we've heard of cases of people playing nonstop gaming and they've neglected their children's pathway. We've heard of people gaming so much that they've died. Anything can be addicting, right? So I think it does have. I think it does have some legitimacy, but that is the less than 1%. Because we have cases of people dying, losing jobs, neglecting kids. I think I'm a big fan of Law and Order SVU. All right, I love Law and Order SVU, and a lot of people don't realize they hit on stuff that's actually happened, and they've hit on that before. You know, a couple just constantly gaming and neglecting their kids, and their kid like inside of a cage, you know, eating scraps, you know, because all they want to do is game. They get lost in gaming. So you can get addicted to anything in your life. People get addicted to sex. People get addicted to drugs.
Yes, it's true.
People, you know, Nick, you ain't addicted to sex, boy. Come on.
But are we saying that gaming addiction should be a part of this World Health order?
In my opinion, yes, because anything as human beings, we have an addictive.
Yeah,
we're addicted by nature.
We have addictive tendencies.
We got people addicted to eating couch cushions. That's a real thing. It had people addicted to sipping hydrogen peroxide. It happens. By human nature, a couple of things we want. One is to be controlled. People never want to say it, but in our human nature, people want order, and people can be addicted to just about anything. It all depends on what your flavor is. So I say yes, but again, it's the less than 1%.
Could there be a number of us that are actually game addicts and don't realize that we are?
No. If you can get up and go to work and have a family, have a wife, have a kid, go outside, us talking in this podcast, you don't have one. Because I feel like if an addict not gonna sit here and talk about games and not be playing it. They're gonna sit here and be like, you know what? I'm not doing this podcast. I could be playing right now.
Yeah. If you're addicted to anything, at some point, like you go on some level, that you are addicted to that thing.
I mean, sometimes you don't know. I mean, sometimes you kind of like it sneaks up on you, man.
But listen, if I can get a check,
or in denial, a number of addicts are in denial and just don't realize that they're addicts. And and I'm in, one of the key points though about that stuck out for me in my dealing with not my dealing with addiction, but just in my field and dealing and in class and in college and studying drug addiction and behavior and mental health behavior, all that good stuff. It's the symptoms. If you're not gaming, the feelings that you have, the withdrawal symptoms. And I think that's key here is a key determining factor. And I think that's what separates those of us that like to game. I game a lot. I game a lot on my downtown, and I happen to have a job where I work, where I'm able to, I work out from home, and I'm able to game while I'm working sometimes. And I take advantage of that as much as I can possibly game. I do it, but there is no game on this planet that's going to keep me from going to on a Friday night, going to a jazz band or festival, or going to visit family, or hanging out with girlfriends or sisters. There's nothing socially that gaming does that's going to keep me from doing that, unless Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. Okay, I'm shutting down everything for about 2 weeks, guys. I'm gonna shut down. I will tell you,
shutting it all down.
Oh, girl,
night, y'all.
The World Health Organization can come to Mama Cedar house and drag me out in a straight jacket. I don't give a damn.
All I know is if they giving out checks, I can fake it, and I'll be a gaming addict.
You can fake it. I think it's easy for any of us to fake it.
I've heard of people faking crazy by putting peanut butter in their underwear. Reaching in their underwear and putting peanut butter in their mouth, saying it's boo-boo so they can get it checked. If they can do that, I can fake being a gamer.
You know what though?
This person is a professional.
Maybe they need a check. If you go peanut butter,
he put peanut butter down his pants to make him pretend like he gonna eat his poop. And when it was time to act crazy, he stuck his hands down his pants and ate the peanut butter.
Oh my god.
So if this dude can fake that and get it, I can fake this and get it.
Yeah, me too, dog.
Like he needs something just to being a
creative. It was chunky peanut butter. That's smart.
That's smart. It is. Give it to him. Pay this
man.
For
effort.
Give this man his money.
Well, you're gonna see the chunks in it.
That's the point. People eat corn.
Yeah.
So we want to get you guys. No, go ahead. My bad.
The important thing here to me is that you got to be careful about who you let regulate and diagnose these types of things. Like,
yes.
Understand it. Just like personally, okay, so I might not be what a person will call an addict when it comes to games, but sometimes you get something and you have to play it every free moment. Like I fell down a rabbit hole when I got Breath of the Wild. Like it's every free moment I get away from something else, I'm playing it, but it doesn't stop me from doing anything else. With somebody that does not understand gaming and gaming habits, understand that.
Yeah, because you could be in that season and you get diagnosed with being addicted to it and it ruins your life. It might just be a season. Yeah. But we all get in those seasons. Like Mama Cedar, if new Fable comes out or whatever, she's in that season. You give me a new Nier game or whatever like that. I'm in that season. You know what I'm saying? Fame, if he gets that trash ass South Park ever, you know, he's gonna be in that season.
If I do what?
You know what I'm saying? If
You heard what he said.
yeah, you heard me.
No, I didn't.
If Fame get that trash ass South Park, you know, he's gonna be in that season.
No, you don't do Cartman like that.
If Crump gets NBA Live,
Sound like fire.
if Crump gets NBA Live, NBA 2K, and
No,
whatever,
NBA
you know,
Live.
she gonna be on it. You know,
When Nino Cooney come out, Nino Cooney 2, y'all going. I'm going
if it ever comes out, Crunk, that thing
Wait,
is
hey,
like five times.
Hold on, watch me start something. When Death Stranding come out, I'm dropping out the
Bro, we're not doing that. People hey, I want to make a quick point. Cause we all know Nick will never be a video game addict because all he does is watch Netflix. And speaking of Netflix, Nick, Bright 2 got confirmed today. So hey,
yes,
Bright was a good movie.
Bright was great, bro. Them Netflix originals be on the.
I thought it was
the
good,
point,
but
Bob.
And all Nick do is watch Netflix on his.
Yeah,
PS.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna
Are
lie,
y'all
man.
trolling?
No, I'm not
I
gonna
can't
lie.
tell.
It got part 2.
Good.
It's coming.
I liked it.
It got greenlit for part 2.
Yeah,
it was
it did.
good.
Yeah, it
Bright
did.
was dope as hell.
So y'all serious? Y'all really liked it?
You didn't
Bright
like
was
it?
good. Yeah, you know what?
Bright was actually
I
dope.
haven't watched it. I just
It's
heard. I've
good,
heard
bro.
so much hate towards
Here's
it
the thing,
don't
from the
listen to it.
critics. From the
Don't
critics.
Don't
The
listen to
critics
it.
hate
Don't
it,
listen to
but
it.
the people who watch it, like fans, love it.
Mhm.
It was great. It was very well done. I love
Really
it.
good.
Yes.
They hit on a lot of like stuff that's like you can like consider like racism because that's how it is towards a certain particular set of people. Is they mix like Training Day and Lords of the Rings. Like it's dope. Like it's dope.
Yeah,
It's
I watched it while I was on vacation for New Year's. It's dope. Me and my mom and my brother, we enjoyed the movie. I thought it was pretty good.
So if you guys go on TICGN.com, you guys see the article. Bright 2 is confirmed. So our last topic of the day will be head up by Mr. Nicodemus X.
Oh crap! What are we talking about?
We had a tragedy in the gaming community. I'm gonna let Nick head this topic up today.
This was actually something that startled me, man. It was a shock. So basically, these Call of Duty fanboys, they were warring against each other and stuff online, and they were basically fighting over. Now get this, they were fighting over $2, like petty change, right? They're fighting over $2. So one of them got mad enough to where he sent. Like he did a swatting prank. I mean, I'm sure you all know about swatting and stuff. So he did a swatting prank and he sent police officers to what he thought was his address. It turned out it was not his address. He sent police officers to this innocent guy's address and they surrounded the house and the guy answered the door and the police shot this man. Like I saw the video immediately. Like I saw the video, dog, and I was shocked. I had to watch it like 2 or 3 times just to make sure I was really seeing what I saw. And as soon as the dude opened the door, they shot him from a distance, dog. Like from a distance without hesitation. As soon as he opened the door, it was like bang. And so basically on Twitter, the Call of Duty gamers are stating that, yeah, this was a result of the swatting and stuff. And the one guy was like, yeah, man, he's like, I can't believe that this guy that I was beefing with sent this guy to sent the police to this guy's house and got an innocent man killed and stuff. So it was supposed to be just a simple prank and stuff, and ended up getting somebody killed over it and stuff like that. And so I was just like surprised, bro. Like first of all, that the police would just shoot this man for no reason. I mean, look. Here's the thing: this guy opened the door. I can see in the video. The video's kind of like blur, whatever. I could even tell the man didn't have no freaking weapon on him. Like he's opening the door wondering what the hell's going on. I could tell he didn't have a weapon on him. And I read the article and stuff. They were like, we can't confirm he had a weapon or not or whatever. I hate that bullshit, bro. I hate when they be like, I hate that bullshit, bro. This is a person's life you're talking about. Just be straight up. Just say you screwed up. Don't put the person that did it on leave with pay. His ass needs to be in jail.
And the guy who sent the police, this isn't his first time swatting. He swatted somebody before.
Yes. Yeah. And this whole swatting thing, bro, I mean, a joke is a joke, man. But like when you're putting people's lives in danger and stuff, that's just uncalled for. And here's also the thing. Some people who do the swatting and stuff, they're so mad that they are hoping that somebody gets killed. You know what I'm saying? I read that too. Like they're actually hoping that someone gets killed. They're hoping that the police will shoot the person that they're trying to target and stuff. So shit is getting really serious out here.
This is why it sucks to be a streamer. because I've seen non-Call of Duty streamers. This happens mostly in Call of Duty streams, right? Most Call of Duty players, but I've seen non-Call of Duty players get swatted before. That's why I would never stream a Call of Duty, a Battlefield. I would never stream those games because,
dude, you go on kill
I'm black.
You go on kill streaks, dog. You go on kill streaks on Call of Duty and stuff, and you just getting humiliated, emasculated, getting your manhood taken from you night after night, hour after hour, bro. It hurts these guys, bro. It hurts these guys to no degree to where they actually want to see you get hurt in real life. Like, that's fucking pathetic, dog. That's freaking pathetic.
I don't care what game I play. I don't play Call of Duty, but whatever other game I play, you can miss me with telling me that community is toxic, because this right here is the ultimate. This is for
Call of Duty community is the worst. It is the absolute worst.
Here's the question though: if you were the powers that be, how would you deal with this situation?
The person who called the police needs to be brought up on murder charges. That cop, first of all, that cop needs to lose his job.
Yes, immediately.
He had no reason to discharge his weapon. Regardless of what the call is, you were in no immediate danger, right?
No.
So the cop needs to lose his job, charged with murder, and the guy who called the police needs to also be charged with murder.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, man. You cost an innocent man his life, bro. And what is this cop doing on leave with pay? And they were like, it's the standard protocol. Like, dog, like, since when is a human life just like nothing like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're more concerned with following protocol and procedures and protecting themselves rather than protecting the people. Like, it disgusts me to no freaking end, dog.
I'm not even touching.
So why do we say?
No, let's touch it. Let's touch it with let's touch it with
another show.
No, we touch this shit, dog, because that's ridiculous.
So why do we say that this is isolated to the Call of Duty community?
Because that's where it happens 9 times out of 10.
Where it happened. That's where it's been happening for the longest. Like this.
That's where it started.
Where it came from. Yeah.
This is
I'm not,
Call of Duty problem.
I'm asking the question because we as gamers, and it's almost like, you know how we know our family, we know how we operate in-house, but those outside of us, more specifically non-gamers, they aren't going to see a Call of Duty community. They're just going to say gamers.
Yep.
They're going to lump us all in. So I know, you know, and I asked that because I've heard that the Call of Duty community is pretty, you know, but I've just, you know, I'm asking that because I'm thinking, okay, is this a, you know, there was a time where folk were saying, you know, just shooting, first person shooters were just bad. Those were bad for kids and all of that. So, but that's why I asked that. But what is it? What is it about the Call of Duty community? Call of Duty community that
actually,
makes
you know what?
it.
It goes back into what we were talking about as far as addiction goes. I think a lot of these guys that play the Call of Duty like that, not saying all of the Call of Duty community, please don't send us hate mail, but I'm saying a lot of these guys that take it that serious, they're addicted to it, dog. Like, they have to be, to where they want somebody's life to end over hurt feelings over a freaking video game. They got to be addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? That is definitely, in my opinion, a case of being addicted. That's a case of mental health, in my opinion.
Yeah,
right there.
And I don't play Call of Duty, but I got homies that do play heavily, and there's sort of like an elitist attitude within the community when it comes down to it. So I can understand how if you feel that way, you lose, you get mad. So a rage moment type thing.
But here's the thing, like, it's okay to be competitive and be in the game and stuff like, and keep it gaming. But whenever you cross that boundary from gaming to real life, you know what I'm saying? Based on a freaking video game, that's when you got a mental health problem. That's when it's a freaking problem.
Exactly. It is not real life.
No, it's not.
Not real life.
It's really not.
And as much as I like the immersion, and I promise you, I love the open world games where I feel so immersed, I still understand that this isn't real.
Right.
As real as it feels. When I put that game down, there is no fireball that I'm going to shoot off at my daughter when she starts to run her mouth at me.
Exactly. I mean, you got people out here like thinking they're like Cinema, seeing freaking images and shit. Like, come on, man.
The only way to stop this from happening,
pick your retarded ass up and get
is when people always say,
man, freaking soft ass little dudes.
People always worry that somebody would die from this.
Savage.
And you would think somebody dying would stop it. but it won't stop until the person who called the police gets a real prison sentence.
Yeah.
I don't think the actual death. I don't think the actual
years.
death is what's going to stop it, which is sad to say. I think the person's prison sentence, jail time, is what will stop it. But these people have been doing it for years with no consequence.
It's not. You know what? And here's the thing. A lot of gamers, they don't want to see this, admit to this, but those of us that grown can understand this and won't get offended by this. But the reason why they don't see death as serious or whatever, because they're spending all day killing NPCs and they're so enthralled in the world to where life doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? That shit is dangerous, dog.
Those are the same ones that are being crying.
You hit on something.
They be the first ones crying when they're in front of the judge, talking about this isn't who I am. I'm a good person.
Yeah.
And they're probably
a lot of people when they're young, they don't really understand the gravity of certain situations until it's too late.
Yeah. I mean, just think about growing up that way. That's all you know or whatever. You don't take life serious and stuff. So you can't decipher between the real world and the digital world. You know what I'm saying? Things get very unclear, you know? So, but, I mean, it's pretty dangerous.
Question though, why? Okay, most of us in here are older, and I know
I'm young as hell. I don't know what you're talking about.
Boy, you like 40.
No, but I mean older. I mean, you're not like 21 or 22 or because most of these kids that are doing this stuff are kind of younger and started out maybe last generation. Most of
I don't like 7th gen babies.
Like most of us started. You know what I'm saying? Most of third gen maybe.
NES is where I started.
Yeah, I started with Sega and Super NES.
Most of us started, and I feel like the generations that have came up, I don't know if they can, if they. How can I explain this? Most of us when we were kids, most of this stuff ain't bother us. A lot of this stuff wasn't happening to this extreme. I'll say that to this extreme.
Right, that's true. And I'll be honest, I grew up playing outside too.
Yeah, I'm wondering why it's
facts.
why is it happening now with some of the cases with some of these people doing this dumbass shit? I don't get it. Cause we've been shoot, me, you, and all the rest of us been killing up NPCs for a long time, and we ain't been out here trying to rob no banks, thinking that it's Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
Y'all realize we just slipped into a full-fledged back in my day, Rant?
Yeah. You know what? I mean, it's the truth though. Like, doing this stuff. Like, we aren't taking these games literally. But the newer generation, it seems like they think this stuff is funny.
I think because the whole dynamic of the world is different for them than it was for us. Like Mama Sita said before, we went outside and we played or whatever. Kids growing up in this generation,
social interaction with real people.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Kids in this generation, they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. That's what it's all about. Like people really don't get too much one-on-one real life interaction with people anymore. So life becomes less and less meaningful.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
I hate to put my I'm not gonna say my fan, but somebody that I know, okay. Actually, you're dating a guy. You haven't seen him in 2 weeks. And you haven't talked to him on the phone. Your entire relationship is through text message and Snapchatting.
What the freak?
What kind of dating is that? When I was dating, the guy came over to my house.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched TV. We got ice cream. We got in the car. Went to the movies. I mean, we were out. We were together. What kind of relationship do you have? And you're Snapchatting and text messaging, and that's the basis of your relationship. You're sending emojis. So, you know, but I mean, I get it. We're in a digital world, and we aren't going to run from that. But I just think we definitely have to. You know, someone said to me, we were out doing Christmas, and we were doing a light tour, and I was videotaping and taking pictures. And someone said to me, she was like, "Mama Sita, it's great that you want to take snap pictures and all, but you have to live the moment. Put your camera down and live the moment." And I went, you know what? You're right. And I put my camera down. I just started, looking around at the lights and just taking it all in. I myself was just caught up in trying to film it all and record it. And I'm never going to go back and watch that. But that's the work. That's world we're in, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's one hell of a point to leave out on. So people push their damn phones down and live life, take it in, and realize that people around you are not forever, and life isn't forever, and respect each other's lives as if it was your own.
And smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. All right, we're going to wrap up. Thank you guys for giving us an hour of your time. We do this podcast every other Wednesday. We will be live on the Tick Network channel at PAX. It'll be myself and Dallas will be representing the Double XP and the Inner Circle out there at PAX. We will have on Fast Back. You guys might know him from Twitter.
Yeah.
And also his podcast. We'll also have on J Dub or Kratos, so some of you guys may know him. He will be on as well, taking the seats for Mama Cita and Nicodemus X, who unfortunately would not be able to make it out there with us this year. So we're gonna do this wrap up, these outros. We'll start out with my light-skinned brother, Mr. Nicodemus X.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining the podcast tonight. Once again, it was a great discussion. I want to have a moment of silence for these great indie games that I'm playing right now. I want you guys know about the Serial Cleaner. Great indie game. It is a top-down, stealthy type of game where you're playing as a guy who basically is cleaning up after the mob. So it's a really good game. I'm also playing Bleed, which is just made it to the PS4. It's an old PC game, but that's really good as well. So
on Xbox too.
Oh, it is? Okay, it's on Xbox One as well. Confirmed by Fame ENT. So you guys check those great indie games out. But you guys have a great night. Thanks for joining us. Hit that like button on your way out, please. Appreciate y'all.
Ooh, think about all the indies you're gonna miss next week, Nick.
I know, dude. I'm so salty about Light. I'm so salty about Lightfall, dog. You have no idea. They're revealing a new boss. So I'm so salty about Lightfall. It's crazy, dog.
Don't worry, man. I'm gonna make sure I get some gameplay for you on the hard drive.
Oh, thank you so much for that.
No problem, G.
Yeah, I really appreciate you.
Next up, Dirty Diana, my right hand.
Hey.
Okay, well, all right. Well, since you mentioned games, I just wrapped up Marlowe Briggs and the Mask of the Death. Okay, let me just say this. It's a straight God of War clone. Gameplay wise, I swear to you, it's a straight clone of that game. But I tell you, I had so much fun. It was just so much action from the moment I started playing that game. I started it Saturday and I finished it up last night. It was just straight action, nonstop. It's Marlowe Briggs and the Mask of Death. It's a 360 game actually. That's it's back compat on the Xbox One. It was a free games for gold, and I think it still is free.
Not anymore. It ended.
It's not.
It ended on
first. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but anyway, it was just full of action. But God of War, a little of an Uncharted. A little bit of that as far as the world, and then but there are puzzles and orb challenges, and even like some air flight battles that are just really fun. But if you just want a fast pace, it's kind of cheesy to be honest.
What's the name?
Marlowe Briggs and the Mask of the Death, and it was a 360 exclusive, and apparently it was on the PC.
Put that in the Twitter chat for me, please.
It's published by 505 Games. Don't know quite who the developer was at the moment, but
Nick, you got Games for Gold. It was free last month, G.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I downloaded the 4-player co-op game. What's that called? The one Mom really likes. She been
Vermintide or whatever.
Warhammer, Vermintide.
I downloaded that last month, but I didn't even see the other game.
Yeah, Microsoft gives you Xbox One and Xbox 360 games.
Oh, that's what I missed. It's Xbox 360 game.
Yeah.
That I didn't even look at it. Damn it.
Yeah, and the brother was the the protagonist. I was like, all right, bro, even though they had his little jive walk, I was like, why they had to have him walking like that? Or this little jive turkey.
It sounds fun. I'm gonna check it out.
But it's cheesy, Nicodemus. The acting is kind of cheesy. The story makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But action-wise, oh shoot. It's adrenaline rush.
I might actually like it. Cheese and all. I might actually like it. It sounds fun.
All right.
Next up, Crunk Girl. And she gone. Oh, okay.
She'll be back. What's happening, people? Thanks for having me. Since everybody was talking about games they're playing, of course I'm playing my sports titles. You know what I'm saying? But I have been playing Darksiders 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it was free for PlayStation Plus last month, and I had never played Darksiders before. I've never played any of the games, so I decided to check it out. It's all right. The graphics is not up to par, but it's a pretty cool game. It kind of reminds me a little bit of God of War a little bit with the combat, but it's not like as fluid, I would say, as a God of War is. But it's pretty cool. And also I picked my Vita back up and started playing Shin Megami Tensei 4. So I've been playing that.
You dug that shit out the grave to play it?
No, I picks my Vita up every now and again, and I go back to some games. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask y'all a question? Why didn't y'all do this on the intro?
Oh, I said Vita. I meant my.
Look at Faye ready to go.
My bad. Not my Vita, but my freaking 3D. I meant 3DS.
Faye ain't got no shame. This dude's like, why y'all do this on the intros?
The moment Nick starts, I'm like, bruh. I'm like, bruh. Outros, bro.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing though. So how?
What we doing? Intro or the outro? Same time. All right,
Next time we're gonna make sure we talk about games we playing when we start.
It's
Dallas,
all,
my man,
gravy, baby.
my man who doing 90% of the interviews at PAX House with these developers. Can we get a real outro, please, sir?
Oh damn.
I ain't got no real outro. If I'm talking about games I've been playing Zelda. I'm making it super short.
That's not an outro.
And I'm not. I just said I ain't have a real outro. And just before I even.
See, Dallas is a team player. He gonna for the squad. He gonna stick with the squad.
I've been playing that. And I'm not gonna get my 1.5 cents in. I just want to play. Say I've been playing Zelda. Like, damn, can a dude play Zelda for a living?
That's right, Dallas. That's right. Get your game in.
That's right.
Anyway,
That's right.
I appreciate anybody listening, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. You want to find me on social media? It's DALLAZ, man. That's on everything. And remember, kids, if you lose in a game, don't be a bitch. Just square up for another round.
Whoa. There we go.
I know it's like nobody ever tags Dallas in like the tweets. It's always like at Fame, at Nick, at at Crunk, and Dallas.
That's how it is when a new hotness come on. It takes people a little while to catch on when a new hotness come out. I'm just saying, it's like that.
Well, your mic is sounding right this episode, so you might get noticed.
At DALLAZ. People be putting DALLAS and going about their business. I'm like, wow, folks be wilding. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to win some free stuff, go in the description down below. Be merry, happy 2018. Hashtag same New Year, same y'all, because y'all ain't about shit. Peace out.
Oh man, that was wow. No, you didn't.
My bad. Our fans are the shit. But that's I'm gonna hit stop. I
love our fans. Thank y'all.
Love y'all.
Y'all dope.